Good morning, students. Hope you all are very fine. So, we have completed chapter number 4. Now we'll start our chapter number 5. And the name of our chapter is Input in Java. How to take values input in Java, that we will discuss in this particular chapter. But what is the working of input and what is the working of process? What is the process required to do or to take the input? We'll discuss that one in this chapter. Whenever we take input in our programming language or in computer system, after taking input, it goes to processing. Processing, then after it goes to output, means input, then processing, and then output. This is the procedure. As I am speaking, my mouth is input for you and my mouth is output for me and your ears are input for your body. And when my data and information, whatever I am speaking, going towards you, after going in your ear, it goes to the mind where it processes that what particular I am speaking. Then after that, if I asked anything, then after processing you are giving me some answers, that is known as output. So this topic input and output and processing, I think from class 1 we have discussed, class 1 we are knowing about that. So without wasting much of our time, let us move towards our chapter. In chapter, the first heading is comment statements in Java programming. I think I had told you about this particular topic in previous classes also, but it is given over here, so I will tell you once more. The first point is single line comment. Single line comment, that means this type of comment you will use in program for only one line. Means in a one line, if there is any comment, you can use this particular comment statement. Then multi-line comment, when you are having a multi-line commenting, in that situation what will happen? You have to just use this one. This one will go. Suppose you have used over here like this. Then this whole part will be under inactiveness, means it will inactive in the program. Clear? And this is the use also of multi-line comment. When we want to make more than one line to be commented, in that situation we use multi-line comment. Now documentation comment. Documentation basically are used to document the program, and almost all the comments option is inactive and it looks like little blur. But when you use documentation, in that condition what happens? You have to use it this one only. Use this one only. In documentation comment, what happens? When you use this one, it becomes blue color, but it is also inactive in the program, but it shows that what particular program you are going to make. Documentation of that program you can do at the starting of your program, and you are having different examples also for this in your book. You can do like that and you will see all the working of this particular comments. Suppose I am going to make a small program over here, and I will use this different commenting in the same program. Suppose I want to make a simple program of welcome in the world of Java. Then first of all, I have used this documentation. Welcome in world of Java. And then When we use this one, then it shows in blue color. That's why I made this program by blue color. Heading of this particular program is blue color. Then after that, you just use public class whatever name, welcome, suppose you want to do. Then after that, PSVM, that means public static void name, there is the args, if you want to use, you can. Then after that, system.out, print, and welcome in the world of Java. Okay. And then the closes. Here you can use single line comment method creation. Okay. Then after that, if you want to add or this is when you use, then this line will be inactive, but it will be there. Okay. Suppose you want to stop the whole program. So in that case, you just use like this. This whole program will be inactive except this line. Okay. So this is the use of different type of documentation in any program. So hope you all are clear about it. So let us move about the next topic. The next topic in your book is as Java programming by using assignment statements. How we can assign the statements that you can see in this particular section. A statement that stores a value of a variable is known as assignment statement. We can write a program by assigning values to the variables only when the values are readily available. Assignment means we are assigning some values to the variables. A simple program, and I will make you clear on that what is assignment operator. Suppose you want to print salary of yours, then in that case what to happen, what to see. I am explaining assignment operator. Now I am leaving public class employee. Okay. Then after that, PSVM, that means public static void. Now, string name is equals to Srishti. Okay. Then after that, int age equals to 15. Sorry. This has to be like that. Then after that, long mobile number equals to 9455678423. Okay. So these three things I am assigning to the different variables. In name I have assigned 60, in age I have assigned 15, and in mobile number I have assigned this particular mobile number. Now I am going to print it out. So SOPLN, that means system.out.println, name is equals to plus name. This is the printing procedure. SOPLN, age is equals to plus age, and last SOPLN, mobile number is equals to plus mobile number. So by this means we can assign any values to any variable, and after assigning we can give the printing option. Okay, so this is the procedure of taking assignment operator or taking assigning anything. The examples are given in your book. You can go through it. If there is any problem, we are having 2 live classes. We will discuss it in our live class. Okay, till then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.